Hi, I'm Tony Martin from Black Sabbath, and we have...
Tony Iommi.
And...
Bill Ward.
You're watching Fooyah Metal. Rock hard. We'll see you soon.
First of all, me and I think 1 million fans must be very happy with the return of Bill Ward. How was that? Was it in Costa Mesa that you decided to come back?
I probably made a conscious decision immediately after Oz. Didn't want to do the reunion because we worked on a reunion about, when was it, Tony? A couple of years ago, I think. We were working on a reunion of all the original band, you know, with Ozzy and Tony and myself and Geese. And when that didn't happen, that finally allowed me to have an open mind and start to want to look towards seeking an opportunity to begin to start being with the fellas again. So that was about, I guess, in time. I don't know, was that a year, 18 months or something? I think.
Yeah, 18 months.
How do you feel to come back to your really band that you're...
How do I feel right now? I feel really comfortable and I feel excited and I feel extremely comfortable. That's my measure as well. I don't feel like fear or I don't feel like not uncomfortable. I feel really, you know, I feel fine. I feel good.
Were you in that reunion in Live Aid when you all came back? Were you in there?
Yeah.
And you haven't decided that by that time? What did you think about? No, this is just going to be a concert and that's all right? Or you thought about returning to the band?
At the time of Live Aid, at that time, it would have been impossible for me to rejoin the band because there were at least 5 different things that were going on in my life that I needed to work at and overcome before I could allow myself to be open-minded enough to rejoin the band. And there were 5 like kind of different, quite big issues that were going on with me that I needed to overcome. So so when we did Live Aid, that was happening. You know, at the time of doing Live Aid, it was nice to do it, but I had to overcome some other things.
That's great. What about playing guitar in the album? Could you accept that? Do you have another guitar player just live or this kind of things, or you are the only one?
Well, we've never ever, for some reason, since we started, we've always been a 3-piece musically, you know. We never really had another guitar player. We never even, I don't think we ever mentioned it, did we? About having another guitar player.
It's always...
Just, I think that was a part of the original sound as well, because we tried to make the sound as full as we could with just 2 guitars and drums. And so, where everybody else at the time had got 3 guitars and 4 guitar players, you know, and keyboards and whatnot, we wanted to make a full sound with what we got as a 3-piece, and that's how I think the sound evolved at Black Sabbath, to make the sound with dynamics and full.
You're talking about keyboards. Now, Jeff Nichols is a part of the band, he's a member of the band, like in the records, the credits. Jeff Nichols, keyboards. What about keyboards? You always, Ricky Wakeman as well.
Yeah, well, Jeff's been with us about, 14 years now, I think. And we use keyboards, I think, after one of the albums we'd done, which was, as you say, Rick Wakeman played on it, and we started then taking a keyboard player on the road.
He's still standing.
Yeah. We started taking a keyboard player on the road then, which was about 1980. When was it, Bill? 75, was it?
Jazz back that, yeah, 75.
That's 75. And to take the place of some of the things that we've done on the album, because I used to play keyboards on the album, or Bill would, or Geezer would, and so we thought, well, let's have a keyboard player on the road, you know, and it sort of worked, and we sort of stuck with it, not overpoweringly with keyboards, you know, just using keyboards as an extra touch. We don't use it as a up-front keyboards.
Is he on stage, or is
Jeff?
Jeff, yeah.
He's at the side.
At the side. Does he have
we
pure...
still try and remain, you know, as a 4-piece, really.
Talk about this album, the first one. I remember the last time that you've been here, you were playing, especially you, that you were the only one that was here. You were very nice with the crowd in the beginning of the concert. Hi. Suddenly, when you played Black Sabbath, the song, your face turned, you know, you became very serious and caught my attention. That do you have? Yeah. What kind of pleasure do you have playing this?
It is one of those songs that's really a personal thing to us, and when we play it, it's something that you don't fool around in. It means a lot to us, you know.
Was it the first song that really opened the doors of Black Sabbath for you? Or?
It wasn't, was it really? No, it wasn't.
I think it was an establishing song in the sense that I think some of the most direct lyrics, the most wonderful lyrics came from that. What is this that stands before me? And I think what that did was capsulise kind of where we were at that time, because we were in like a really vulnerable place. We were in a penniless place, and we just wanted to play our music, you know. And I that's what I always sensed from it, you know. When that lyric was said, "What is this that stands before me?" I think I'm speaking for all of us. I know that I think we all felt that. So I think that really capsulised the whole thing. That's why the song's real personal too. The song is very personal. It's very dramatic. It's very personal.
When we first ever played that song, people couldn't believe it what it was, you know. In fact, we didn't know what it was either when we first wrote it, because it was so different.
3 chords and very heavy. And
we played it at this club one night, and the first time we ever tried it in Lichfield, I think, Hokey Hole or something like that.
I can't remember.
And we played it, and everybody just sort of stood there and come up afterwards. What was that song? It was great. And we never looked back. It's always been that symbol, you know.
How did you record this album in 2 days? Only 2 days and very cheap.
Well, basically, to us, 2 days was a long time, because we were so used to playing everything live anyway, which we did on that album. We just went in and played it, and it wasn't. It didn't. We thought we had plenty of time in 2 days. It seemed like we didn't struggle at all with it.
Yeah. It felt like a great opportunity. In hindsight, you know, now you can look back and go 2 days, you know.
Yeah.
But at that time, I know I felt real fortunate. It's like, wow, we go in the studios.
Do you think nowadays could you do a record in 2 days? What do you think?
Certainly
I think we
back
could.
That way.
Yeah, I think we could.
Because this album, the last one that we did, Cross Purposes, we went and recorded it in 6 weeks. I mean,
6 weeks. How was this album for you? Were you part of the composition? Did you compose some songs? And
same as I have been on, you know, since I first sort of joined the band 7 years ago. It's the same sort of situation that we have. The music comes first, always has done. I usually take that away with me, write lyrics and melodies on top, bring it back, and then we start throwing the ideas about it. It's the same situation as it always has been.
How does it work? Like they record the music and then they give it to you and you put the lyrics on it?
The riffs are the most important thing in this kind of music, and Tony provides that. And where he comes up with the ideas from, nobody's really quite sure. He's got this endless pool of tapes, you know, bags and bags of tapes that we can sort of pull them out and keep pulling them out and just keep pulling riffs out for days. But we have to stop somewhere, so we start jamming with them and throwing them, you know, about ideas, putting these ideas on here and that, and then gradually it gets layered, and it soon becomes clear which ones are becoming favourites than others, and then you work on those and take them, you know, where you want to put them, really. And even so, experimentation is all part of the thing with this band, and you can still make every song individual.
What do you think about the next album? How is it going to be, or you don't know? You don't know.
I think we're talking on it being we want to make a back to the roots again, a really heavy album. I think that's what we've been sort of talking about, and I think that's what we need to do now, is to do what we know best, you know, and make a real powerful album, especially with Bill involved. I don't think we can go any further.
Because this album, Bobby Rondinelli played the drums.
Yeah.
You didn't play any of the songs.
No, Bobby played on this.
Bobby played all that.
Bobby played all of that.
Yeah.
And what do you think about all the first records of Black Sabbath being re-released again and selling a lot? Is it a sign of your very special band? What do you think? Your music kept up to date till nowadays? What do you think?
Originality has. I mean, right from the word go, they've always been original. I myself was a fan also of the band when I was younger, so looking at it from a sort of outside point of view, I can see how things have developed with the band, and the originality is the most important thing. The experimentation, it's always been fresh. You know, with this band, whatever year they've been in, there's always been something different happening. Whether you like it or not is something else, but usually it's been something you can get into, and that's kept the band going right up till today, and people can look back on those old albums with just as much freshness as you can like today.